So it's going to be a little bit different today. You notice that I have the camera facing forward, and that's because, unlike yesterday, where it's primarily explaining the eclipse, today we are going sightseeing on our way to Alamogordo, where my grandfather lives. First thing we're going to take a look at here is the Pima Air Park, which is where they store all the airplanes that aren't in use, which that just off to the right there should be able to see is a 747 that is missing horizontal and but it's nevertheless bringing airplanes out here is that it's bone dry. Oh yeah, it's still navigating me to Saguaro. Which we'll make a U-turn in just a minute. Yeah, look at all of those machines. Beautiful, beautiful airplanes. And of course, it never rains out here, so they're all in mint condition, despite pretty much just sitting there. Sense Aviation Services, I guess that's the company that offers the storage services. And I'll admit I'm also doing this in part because this way I don't have to cache the recording of this on my phone, but I can have a recording of all the sightseeing I'm doing here. Look at 737s, 747s. Atlas Air 747 over there. Wow. Looks like that one's getting a little maintenance. Oh, there's looks like St. Louis Cardinals have their plane stowed out here right now. At least I think that's what that is. It's a Cardinal. I think that's I don't even remember if that's a baseball or a basketball team. I don't really know very much about sports. Arizona Cardinals. That makes sense. We are in Arizona. Football. Okay. DHL, Air Canada. It's mostly like 737s, some 767s, maybe. Obviously we can't go in there because it's well, one, it's private property with no public access, and two, it's not there's a runway there, right? You can't just I'm gonna drive just up to the corner here so you can sort of get a good look at a couple of the planes there. Yeah, pretty cool. All right, turn around. You can see the tail of the Atlas Air 747 over there. All right, I've never actually been all the way out here. There's so many cool airplanes out here. Oh, there's a like the Bronco, the OV-10, or I can't remember what not an OV-10, but that twin engine turboprop. Anyways, all right, back to the freeway. Hi, hello. How are you? Some saguaro. It's a beautiful day out here. Oh, and you can actually see off in the distance there's actually a snow-capped mountain, which you might not think of being terribly common in Arizona, but there's in the north half of the state. It's very mountainous, and it gets a decent amount of snow. It's maybe not common to have snow this late in spring, though. Nobody actually lives in the north. Well, not nobody. Like there's not very many big cities in the northern half of the state. Most people live in Phoenix, Tucson, but there are, a few people who live up by Flagstaff. Oh, there's that 747 again with the wing and most of the horizontal and all of the vertical stabilizer missing. All right, now we're going to get directions to, what's it called? The east half of Saguaro National Park. It's also kind of a weird setup now because I actually also have a regular dash cam, but this, of course, in addition to providing the opportunity for anybody scrolling through and would like to see a beautiful day out here in southeastern Arizona, provides a automatically uploaded dash cam. So, yeah, pro tip: you want free cloud storage for a dash cam? Just live stream. I got a live stream to YouTube though, because Twitch. You got to do it on YouTube. Twitch does not automatically make everything into a video, but when you stream to YouTube, it automatically saves the entire stream, even if it sets it to unlisted, but it saves it. Which for all the jokes about turning YouTube into free cloud storage, which is mostly pretty inefficient. I mean, cloud storage is not very expensive, to be honest. But for this, it actually works quite nicely, which, I'm not doing. I wonder if the viewer count is actually accurate, considering it keeps cutting out. Okay, that's more like it. Yeah, just a couple people. Which, I am trying to show something I think is visually worth seeing here. But it's like people tend to leave streams when they go offline. Which I will say, the mobile streaming experience, for all its flaws, actually is better at reconnecting. Like when you stream YouTube through OBS or something, if the connection goes out, it just makes a new stream, right? It doesn't. The audience can't. It just automatically ends it. So one nice thing about this sort of mobile streaming is that it at least seems like it makes it into a single actual video URL. Here's our lovely roadside strip mall. Which people have been pointing out recently, the extent to which a lot of those sort of, generic chain places have actually made their designs more sort of, minimal and in some cases, a bit brutalist with just solid gray concrete. Hi. Hello. I don't know what else this is. Hi, 5K? Hello, I guess. Yeah, but like McDonald's and stuff have actually been getting less colorful, and I don't know. In some ways, that's honestly a good decision because, like, in a place like this, it makes the architecture sort of blend in better with the landscape. In places that have more trees, maybe not so much. But I don't know. As those buildings sort of like brightly colored paints, if you don't properly maintain them, they become kind of this like sad monument to like consumer like culture. But just solid gray concrete is a sad monument in its own way, but it's a sad monument that ages a little bit better. Which I know we're actually, speaking of gray, we're going to have, well, it's unfortunate that the camera's field of view is mostly on once we're on the side. Oh, there you can see off to the right, there's the hills that make up, I think, the western side of Saguaro National Park. Now we're going to go to the eastern side because I've never been there. I've been to the western half several times. Western half is a little bit, well, it's a lot smaller. I think that's where the main visitor center is. Alright, let's go ahead and get around Mr. Estes. Oh yeah, it's always a nice thing about Arizona. They have Cracker Barrel out here, which, I mean, Cracker Barrel's not that great, and we don't have it. Cracker Barrel and we're getting close. That's right on the like west side of Tucson. Oh, there's an In-N-Out right here. Well, at least the connection is more stable now. Alright, so Google Maps should be still navigating in the background. Hopefully it doesn't think correctly here. Trying to get to the northeastern portion of Saguaro National Park. All right. Not so sure about that, Google. Okay, not this one. This is just for access to this. Okay. We are not going to the cement plant. Or actually the concrete plant. It's not, they're not making cement, they're mixing concrete. No, maybe it is an actual cement plant. There's a huge quarry off to the right, or maybe they're just getting the aggregate right there. It seems like a bad idea, though. You're opening up a giant pit, and the soil is going to creep into it, unless they're going to backfill it eventually. It's a bad idea to dig a pit right up to the side of the freeway. Alright, I ain't no civil engineer, but I am a physicist. And my grandfather was a civil engineer, actually. Not the one I'm going to visit, but the other one, my father's father, who's deceased. He was a civil engineer, land surveyor. But, yeah, I am familiar with the basics of civil engineering, and I know that soil creep is a thing. And I don't think it's a good idea to dig a pit right up to the side of freeway that has a constant load of cars and trucks on it. But who knows? Okie dokie. Work. Oh, man. It's only when I drink, like, regular coffee that I remember how strong I brew my own. I'm accustomed to putting a pretty healthy heaping of grounds in my little plastic coffee maker thing, which is apparently considered the fancy option. It's a pour over. It's like, as far as I remembered, that was just like how you make coffee. If you're only gonna make one cup, just make a little drip coffee. Put on a kettle, boil some water, drip it through that thing. But yeah, I brew my coffee pretty strong. At the coffee at the gas station I just got, I thought that would be like, oh man, it's a lot of coffee, but it's like, oh, it's a good thing I got large size. They really did anything for me. Yeah. Ugh. Exciting times waiting to turn left here. All right. At least now that I'm in Tucson, the connection is stable. But also now that I'm in Tucson, it's, I don't know, boring. That won't last long, though. I'll be in the saguaro in no time. Oh, it's windy. I've never actually been through downtown Tucson before. It's actually pretty nice. They got a little light rail here. I don't think he's supposed to be crossing, but that's okay. The light. I think the light is out, so technically treat it like a stop sign, in which case he would have the right of way as a pedestrian. Alrighty. finally back on the highway here. Highway to Saguaro. Oh, there goes an F-16. Oh, there's the entrance to Davis Swamp. There's a memorial for some poor soul, presumably from a traffic accident. Oh, it could be from anything. It's usually why there's, roadside crosses with wreaths, garlands on them. Oh, there comes somebody to land. Davis Swamp. Well, that looks like a regular airliner of some sort. It might be coming to land at Tucson Airport, but the Air Force does have military versions, civilian airliners that operate for various like personnel transports, VIP, but also just sort of moving people around in general. They don't have a cargo to work. Can't. No, that's a regular Delta Airlines flight. All right, they must be landing at regular. I don't think Davis Motham is a joint use. Maybe it is. I have to stop at that Dutch Brothers later. According to the little part ordinal section, apparently I'm headed due east. According, I have the the little thing. It doesn't have an actual compass heading, but it just has like east, north, south, east, west, northeast, southeast, northwest, southwest, letters, and it says I'm headed due east. I have a little E in my rear view mirror. I don't use it very often, but it's actually kind of nifty when you're navigating in the places you haven't been. Don't get out of town too often. Alright, we're finally getting close to the park here. Oh man, these traffic lights really swinging there. Squeeze past. Well, light's green anyways. Oh, there's certainly some mighty big saguaros. I desperately want to break the speed limit there. No, this is a went to the visitor center for just, but that shut the air conditioning off, and it's obviously quite hot here. All right, so go ahead and I have no words for how beautiful this actually is right now. The ocotillos are in bloom. The saguaros stretching on for miles. All these desert flowers are full bloom. It is like, it is, I say this any time I encounter something like this, but it is just not fair how beautiful this is. Not know what I did to deserve to experience this. I don't know. It's incredible. You should come here if you ever get the chance. I don't love everything in Arizona, but man, there are just some sights to behold here. And there's generally a lot of nice people. Obviously, I maybe don't care so much for some of the politics, but people usually don't care much about politics. They care about what's going on in their lives. They're happy to be friendly to anybody that's passing through. Saguaro. Also, this is where Mark Kelly is the senator now. Anyway, I don't want to think about politics. I want to think about how nice everybody is. I don't think there's any way for the camera to do it justice, though. It's just nothing else. The desert, when it's in bloom, there's just nothing like it. There's just nothing else like it. And you can even see there's some cactus fruits on the barrel cacti. The beaver tail cacti are currently not fruiting, but you can see them still growing beautifully. Ocotillos are in full bloom. See those beautiful red flowers. And just look at those saguaros. They're just monuments to the tenacity of nature. All over here. Look at those Palo Verdes. Look at that one. Now that is iconic. I know I keep saying this, but neither my words nor the camera can do this place justice. You really got to come see it for yourself. You just look at that. It's just incredible. More absolutely iconic saguaro standing tall. Those are probably 150 years old. Here before I was born. Smaller ones will be here after I'm dead. Let me pull around here so you can see a barrel cactus that's flowering right up there. See that yellow fruit growing on top of the barrel cactus? I'll say at first I was worried that vertical video would not capture the expanse, but it actually does a really good job because you can actually see how tall the saguaros are when they get up close. And I hope this is streaming 4K because I want to edit some clips later. See what's down this lonely, dusty trail. Nope. Very bouncy, lonely, dusty trail. Little Subaru here can handle. Oh my! There's a snake. Oh, hello, snake. How are you? It's no hurt, snake. Drive around, snake. I have no idea how far this goes. Oh, let me look. I actually have a map, don't I? Oh, I see. This is actually a fairly short detour. I mean, fairly, so I'll take it to the end. It's kind of a shame that this is the portion that nobody's watching, because this is like what's really beautiful. I mean, I'll leave it up as an archive, but man, it's like I had like half a dozen people watching when I was just driving down the freeway, and now I have zero while I'm driving through one of the most beautiful places on earth. But I'll leave the stream up when I'm done. I'll probably clip out a couple of portions that have particularly good aesthetics. Man, this is what YouTube was supposed to be. It was just supposed to be like random people just like sharing whatever. Although I don't want to ruin the experience for myself by focusing on like vlogging too much or anything. I don't know, the camera's facing forward. This way I can feel like I have someone to talk to even though there's no one in the car with me. To share this experience with, even though nobody's watching. Oh man, look at that one. Look at that one. It's like when you see like a picture of a saguaro in like a cartoon or something, it's like that's what you picture. That one on the right there. Okay, this is my good view. Well, all the parking spots. I was gonna say I'm gonna stop here and swap things out, but all the parking spots are taken. So, yeah, I don't think they have. I was hoping they would have vault toilets here, but it does not look like they do. So, c'est la vie. Oh, somebody leaving? No, that's just the sun making it look like their brake lights are on. That's fine. I'd rather keep driving anyways, to be honest. I'm not just saying that to make myself feel better. I actually would rather keep driving. Actually, there's one thing I wonder though. Can I pinch and zoom? I can. Can I zoom out? No. So I can pinch and zoom in, but I cannot pinch and zoom out. So I'm probably just wasting resolution if I do. Alright, get back on the one-way loop. Yeah, the loop's actually pretty long, so overall fairly satisfied with it. And I've been to the other side of the park before. I've never been to the east side of Saguaro, because there's two sections on either side of Tucson. I've only been to the west side. But so I don't have any pictures of the east side, but I do have pictures of the west side in full bloom, and those were when golden hour. So I'm a little bit concerned about the fact that I'm not taking any still images, but honestly, it's fine. I can just clip them. That's like half the point of doing this. I mean, the main point is because I think it's beautiful and I want to share it, but it's also so that I can go in later, and rather than stopping every 3 seconds and snapping a photo, I can just go download the archive of the stream and look for all of the coolest parts and just save the frames, do a little bit of post-processing on them to clean them up, because they're going to be somewhat lower resolution than the still image. Mostly because they're in vertical video, and I'm going to be cropping down to either horizontal or square aspect ratio. Chunk, chunk. I mean, this is about what happened yesterday, though. When you first start streaming, they put you in the, in terms of viewers, it's what happened yesterday. When you first start streaming, they put you in the like, short speed, but once you've been on for a while, unless the audience, like, really takes a liking to it, they pretty much stop doing that, which I don't really mind, because I'm perfectly happy just to use this as a combination free cloud storage and archive, so that I can produce like a, because I can also turn this into like a time lapse, right? I'll download the stream and then import it into the video editor, and then turn it into a time lapse and upload that as like a short, or just use it for my own viewing enjoyment, more likely. But it's hilarious that I had like eight concurrent viewers when I was driving down the freeway, and now I have 0 when I'm driving through like Saguaro National Park. It's the Desert Ecology Trail. I'll end stream here and take some still photos and resume later. Yeah, let's do